Today we have a new way to play Tetris by using letters.
This episode brought to you by GoToMeeting.
Hey everybody, Jeffrey Powers here. Welcome to iPad 365, the show where we look at an app a day to keep your iPad in play. It is Tuesday and we're playing games today because today's Game Tuesday, and we've got a real doozy for you here that I've been playing for a little while and I kind of get stumped after level 4. But in the meantime, first of all, I just want to let you know iPad 365 is the Twitter handle. Of course, iPad365show@gmail.com is the email address. If you notice that this eye right here is a little bit redder than this eye, that's because I have cat allergies and I was over at a friend's house and I did get a little bit of dander in my eye. So it was actually puffed up like that before. But now I don't look like the Hunchback of Notre Dame in my eye, and so I thought I'd put out the show. So you can get your apps today and every single day. Before we start, I got a question. The question was asked of me by Joe. Joe asked the question, hey, you're talking about the iPad, the third generation iPad, and of course the second generation. Do I have to really worry if I have the iPad 2 that I might not be able to get apps for with the iPad 3 coming out? Well, with the extended display, the Retina display or the resolutionary display, whatever you want to call it, yeah, there eventually might be a game that the iPad 2 won't be able to play that well. The resources in the iPad 3 or the third generation iPad is a screen that's 2048 by 1536. Which doubles the resolution of any video screen. So a program could rely on that high resolution for a game or a video, but highly doubtful. It's the internal memory that you really have to be concerned about. iPad 2, in the original iPad, had 512 megabytes of memory inside. They doubled it. It's now 1 gigabyte's worth of memory inside the iPad. That and the quad-core chip definitely there might be some games that will go for the iPad 3 that you won't be able to play on your iPad 1 or 2 for that matter because of the fact that it's just doesn't have enough power inside of it. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. Maybe 3-4 months down the road, you'll get a game or two that won't be able to be played on the iPad 2. But then again, if you're a gamer, you probably want to go with the iPad 3. Now, I did do an article, what you can do, the top 5 things you can do with your iPad 1. And I did that over on a site I blog on over at Method Shop. So you can check that out over there. And I'll link to that in the show notes. But without any further ado, like I said, it is Game Tuesday, and we're going to play a game here, and it's on the iPad 2, so you don't have to worry about that. The game is called Letris. Letris. Kind of Tetris with letters, Letris. I don't know what the legality of this game is with the name Letris, but once I saw it in the App Store a couple days ago, I said, I've got to play this game. I've got to see what it's like. At first I thought it was you get words that were in the shapes and you had to move them around. So I was trying to figure out how to move the letters around. But the bottom line is it's like little Scrabble tiles. And those little Scrabble tiles start dropping down, and they drop down in the row that you can't move them over to the left, you can't move them over to the right. You just let them drop. Once they start dropping, each letter could start forming a word. Like, for instance, all of a sudden you could see H-I-M and say, hey, that's him. So all you have to do is press on the letter H and then I, then M. And then, of course, on the bottom, it'll tell you if it's an actual word. And there's a little bar on there that's red. And then once you've spelled a word that it recognizes, it'll turn green and says, yeah, that's him. Okay, I understand that. So now you can take that off the board. And it'll take it off the board. There are special tiles that'll let you do things like burn a row and freeze time, and the third one that lets you stop the clock while you get a word or two in and go from there. So, and of course, the object, of course, is to get all the tiles down to the bottom without having to have all the tiles hit the top of the row, just like in a regular Tetris game. It's a fun little strategy game. You can also go head-to-head, so it actually splits the iPad into two, and you can play with a friend. Or you can go online, find a friend to play with, and as the letters drop, you'll see who's the fastest and go from there. There's also a tournament mode. I haven't played the tournament mode just yet. It's the online and the tournament mode that really haven't gotten too many players just yet. But I'm assuming as things start to really ramp up, there'll be enough players out there. I spent about 20 minutes trying to go online to find a player to go head-to-head with, and it didn't happen just yet. But of course, I'm assuming that's because of the how new the game is, and go from there. At least it's new to me. I could have been around forever, but I didn't know about it. So maybe everybody left already, and they said, I've already played this game. I've already mastered this game. Time to move on. So anyway, the name of the game is called Letris. Letris, and it's available in the download store, and it's absolutely free. At least when I downloaded it, it was absolutely free. So check it out now. If you like those types of games and you like Tetris, then this one might be for you. Working on your iPad can be just as easy as you want it. Let's say you go to work with your iPad and your boss says, hey, you got a meeting at 2 o'clock, and you said, no, I really wanted to go down to the beach. You can say, hey boss, I'm going to go down to the beach and I'm going to still make that 2 o'clock meeting. Even if we're about that crosstown traffic or anything like that. And the boss will go, well, how do you do that? And you go, well, I got my iPad. I know there's Wi-Fi down at the beach. Therefore, I'm going to connect up via GoToMeeting with HD Faces, and I am going to meet smarter from the beach. And your boss is going to go, well, let me get my iPad and I'll meet you down there and we'll meet together. I really wish that would actually happen, but the reality is, most likely, this is a great way for you to meet people, especially if you have a problem. Let's say the kid's sick or something like that. You have to go home. You have to go on a quick business errand. You're not going to get back in time. Get to a coffee shop, connect up to the Wi-Fi, or the new iPad with the 4G access. You can just do it right then and there. Connect up HD Faces. You'll see their face. They'll see your face, even on iPad, PC, or Mac. And of course, you can meet smarter. And if there's a problem, you can say, hey, Joe, I see that you're confused. Is it the fact that I'm sitting on the beach? I don't know. Don't take my word for it. 30-day free trial by going over to GoToMeeting.com. Click the Try It Free Now button. Enter in the code PODCAST. Podcast gets you 30 days of that great software. Put it into your business toolbox and see the power of GoToMeeting and what it's all about. And you could be sitting on a beach doing a meeting with GoToMeeting with HD Faces. All right, that's the show for today. Have you played Letris yet? Are you going to download it right now and get it into your game apps? It's probably going to be in my iPad for a little while as I got sucked into the game system as we're going from there. The funny thing is I'm trying to get things going after this whole South by Southwest action. Wow, trying to get all the videos. As you saw the Mustang video we did, I went on a Ford Mustang drive, the 2013 models. It was awesome. And of course, I thank everybody for downloading and watching that video. It was a great time. And of course, we're going to also show you the Ford Taurus SHO, and I'll have that video in a couple days. Plus some other videos that I haven't gotten a chance to get to, I'm going to get to in a couple days, including a walk around a brewery and walk around HP server systems, which was pretty cool. I've got to gear up for another event coming up, but we'll still continue to have iPad 365 shows coming out there. And of course, tomorrow is Utility Wednesday. We're going to show you another utility for your iPad. And we'll do that in 24 when it will be another iPad 365. You guys take care and geek out.
You should follow Graphite on Twitter at GraphiteINC.
Yeah, it's just like the online and the tournament